around too much. Perfect. Good evening, everybody. It's your girl, Anaya A. And I'm not going to move around too much. And this is not going to be the Anaya A show. This is just a quick, very quick, what you call a PSA, a public service announcement, right? So as you guys can see, I have my African look on tonight. I have my elephant on for good luck. A lot of people are going to be like, Anaya A, you're a Christian, you pray, you shouldn't have anything that symbolizes good luck, but I do because I love the African good luck charm, which a lot of people know about. And then also there's a particular, I want to say, sorority that utilizes the good luck charm. Hold on one second, guys, 1 second. Let me move this back here. So for those that are watching on Zoom and on Facebook, it's downloading right now. Listen, Jesus used signs and wonders. So real quick, the elephant is apparently a good vibe, a good feeling thing that a lot of sororities utilize. I want to say it's the one that has the pink and green sorority. Don't ask me because I don't know all the ins and outs of sororities or whatever, so don't ask me. I don't know exactly which sorority uses the elephants, but I think it's the pink and green one. If I'm mistaken, let me know. I have a dress on that you all have seen before, maybe once or twice, that has the elephants on it. So elephants represent good luck in apparently some cultures. Also, in some cultures, tortoises tortoises as well as turtles represent good luck in some cultures as well. So tonight we're wearing turtles, we're wearing elephants, we're sharing this live on social media on all platforms. Also, there are certain stones that represent good luck, great vibes, energy, etc. I happen to be wearing one of them right here, this black stone. I don't know what it's called, but I support those who support me. So what the enemy started off as bad, what the devil started off as bad, you guys are gonna see that God turned it around for good. And tonight I'm sharing so much love and appreciation with all of you. We got a rocky start, of course, because your girl and I, sometimes I have a rocky start. So again, this rock, this stone, I don't know what it's called, but my sister who sold it to me, who does a lot of great work in the community, says that this represents blessings and good luck for our people. So I'm going to put it out there. Imani, remind the people what this rock represents, because I spent a pretty penny on this rock and this ring. For those that are watching on Instagram as well as on Facebook, I know I was supposed to be on at 7:55, but I was trying to get all this together. Also, elephants, if you can see my hands up, black and white. This garment that I'm wearing has elephants on it. It's in black and white. The elephants are in white. If you're watching Instagram, you can see this very clearly on my left boobie, okay? Please send your love, your comments, your likes, etc. But if you can see on Instagram, the left boob has a beautiful description of the one and only elephant, which represents good luck in one of the sororities. Listen, I don't know which was the sorority because I never did sororities in universities and colleges, etc. What I'm about is God, blessings, beauty, amazingness, edutainment, power, making those millions and billions. So forgive me if I don't know exactly which sororities, which entities represent what. So with that being said, it's your girl Anaya A, and I'm gonna shut down in just a few minutes. So I'm on this evening, and if anybody wants to join me, please dial in at 436-903-4585. We're on here until 8:30 p.m. 436-903-4585. Listen to me, guys. Tonight, I'm going to share this message. What the enemy started off for bad, God is turning out for good. You know, I'm just so blessed and highly favored to be in the position that I'm in. As you guys can see, this is not my usual garb. This is not my usual attire. I usually have my weave on, my wig on. You know, I don't have my natural hair on tonight, out showing, nor do I have my wig on showing. I have a few little details or what have you, because I feel like tonight I wanted to be different and have my swoop. Look what I bought tonight, guys. Send me your comments and your likes if you know what this is. I bought this tonight. I'm here till 8:30. I have about 20 more minutes to talk to you guys. Listen to me very carefully. I bought this tonight. It has a stick on the bottom. This looks like you just stabbed somebody, right? And then on the top part, it has a comb and a brush. I'm gonna share this story real quick, and then I'm gonna go into why I'm on with you all live right now. Growing up in the 80s and the 90s, Black women would wear what you call the swoop, right? We would like do the swoop thing, baby hairs, you know, we'd be cute with it, you know what I mean? Like that I have right now tonight or whatever, right? Black women did this in the 80s and the 90s. We brushed out the hair. And in my culture of Haiti, we utilize, excuse me, the Haitian brush to just brush out the hair and just swoop it in, because we always had a lot of hair in the Haitian community. I don't know about every Haitian, but in my particular family and in my culture of being from Port-au-Prince, all the women I knew had a lot of hair. So we didn't use this little thing. Tonight, as I was coming on live, I had to stop by the hair beauty supply store. And I always promised myself I was gonna get into this new generation of what do you call this? Baby hair swoopage, I guess. But I'm getting into it because everybody's into it. And I looked at my pictures from the event with Dominique Sharpton, Ashley Sharpton, on the Sharpton Sisters premiere on Fox Soul, and I had swoopage, and it's called like baby hairs or whatever. Excuse me. And the funny part is my African assistant at the time, Fatima, was able to lay my edges. I guess they're called baby hairs, edges, etc. She laid my edges with some stuff, edge control, and next thing you know, I had these fly little swoops. And then today I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute, in the 80s and 90s, we all did this. History is repeating itself. History is repeating itself. So if you're watching on live right now, you know what I'm talking about if you're born in the 80s or the 90s, or if you ever had the little swoopage, because that's all that this edges stuff is. Edge control, swoopage. Look, ready? Hold on. Look at the little comb. They're so slick. This is like $2 for this little thing. And all you gotta do is go like this. And then you have like a fake thing happening. That was with the comb. Now let's do it with the brush real quick. Like I said, I'm out of here in just a few minutes. Look at that. I have what you call a swoop, AKA edge control. I'm laying down my edges. But in the 80s and 90s, we just literally took the Haitian brush. I don't know where you guys are from, but I'm Haitian American. And we took that big brush with all the bristles and we put some pomade, AKA some grease, down, and we just swooped it to the side. And then we had a swoop, AKA edges. And so in 2023, right, everybody is like, oh, it's an edge. Negroes, it's a swoop. I just realized that I've been doing this since the 80s and 90s. Hey, boo, hey, Tina Lee Jones is on with us. I'm surprised you're on now, Tina, because it's 8:13. And you usually are asleep by this time, Tina. But Tina, do you remember when we just used to do this with the big brushes? And now they're calling it the edges, and they have edge control. Listen, tonight, I knew I was coming on live. So what I did was I bought Eco Styling Gel. I didn't buy edge control because I don't believe in edge control, because I've heard that edge control breaks your edges off. So I bought Eco Styling Gel because I know that stuff worked. And guess what I did? I just swooped it out to the side. And Tina, who's in the building with me somewhere, literally helped me put this wrap together. As you can see, it's multicultural, it's multi-diversical. I just made up a word. It's just beautiful. And I was able to do the swoop, AKA edge control thing, And now y'all don't even know how cute I am because nobody can prejudge you when you come on live. And then while you're on live, nobody knows the struggle that you've been going through. And that's why I'm on live tonight. So let's get into it, right? Hey, boo, hey. Okay, Tina is on live with us, and I thank God she's here because she be knowing my life and my stories and stuff. So Tina, leave your comments and your concerns and anything you want to leave tonight because you know your girl and IA is in the building. So real quick, guys. So I want to first of all say thank you to each and every person who joined us this past yesterday for the press conference in regards to foster care. If you're on now and you want to join me, you can dial in on Zoom 436-903-4585. Again, 436-903-4585. There's no password needed. Just jump on in. A lot of people have been hitting me up today, right? A lot of people have been hitting me up today trying to communicate, usually after a press conference or after like an event or a meeting, a really big meeting, I do not communicate with the general public or even with my friends or family because I have to kind of like breathe because there's so much that goes into meetings, into press conferences, into events that usually I don't communicate with the public. It doesn't matter who you are until like a couple days after, because literally it's so much that goes into these events. So for those that have been trying to communicate with me today and you found it very difficult to reach out to me, understand that that's normal for me, right? I don't usually speak with anybody for a couple of days after unless I see you in my space, like my sister Tina Lee Jones, who's communicating on social media, on Instagram now. That's because we're in the same building at the same time. So guys, just wanted to let you know that I usually do not communicate with the public until a few days after my events. And that's just literally because it takes so much energy and so much strength to do what I do and also to put in all the effort it takes to put these events together. Now, real quick, I just have to share a PSA and share that people are watching now. So if you're watching now, please tag me. Also, let me know that you're watching, what city you're watching from, and share this content live as we are live now. You can join me if you want, if you have any concerns, if you want to share anything from what happened yesterday and within the past couple of days, right? So as I'm mentioning, I usually take like a lot of energy to do what I'm doing. Sorry, real quick, guys. Thank you, Gregory Roberts. Gregory Roberts is watching. He says, "You are so beautiful tonight. A lovely sight to see." Thank you so much, Gregory Robert. Ashley Brown says, "Amen." Listen, the work that we're doing right now is so much that people need to understand that it takes so much out of me to put together press conferences, especially when it comes to our children and our community of leaders and followers and supporters. And one of the things that people don't understand is that it's also a spiritual warfare. And Anaya A is one person, and I'll share this with you all publicly. So within the past year, if anybody is wondering why I don't communicate as much as I should, or in people's minds, right? People think because I'm a public figure, because I've been on national television, I should be able to communicate a lot more. Well, here's the truth of everything, right? So share with all of your contacts, with all your friends, supporters, etc. And know this. So within the past year, I have been through hell. And if it seems as if that I'm not communicating as efficiently and as quickly as people want, understand something. I have been through so much in the past year alone. Right before my miracle baby was born, I went through hell. And here's the bottom line, and I'm going to share it publicly with all of you tonight because I'm going to be on here for just about 11 minutes and then I'm shutting it down. Right before my son was born, my miracle baby, right? I went through hell with a group of women that I was a part of. And here's the truth of the matter. These women treated me so badly, guys. When I tell you horrifically, I had never done anything wrong to these women, but they had a personal vendetta against your girl Anaya A. And I didn't know that at the time because here I was being a sister to a group of Black businesswomen who were trying to make it in society and our communities. And they really like made it seem like we were a collective, that we had the same agenda, that we were working together to make a difference in our communities. And lo and behold, they secretly hated me. And when I shared certain things with them, they utilized it against me. And literally, they tried their best to attack me and just destroy my character, all while I was pregnant with a miracle baby, trying to give birth to God's blessing. And so with that being said, within a very short time frame, I realized that I was alone, solo dolo, when it came to being a part of a collective of Black women who really cared for each other. I didn't realize at the time that these women didn't care for me and that literally they could care less if I was dead or alive. But of course, me being who I am, I literally continued to work with them until they ultimately, ready for this, kicked me out of the group because they felt as though, oh, any old person can get pregnant with a baby. Why is Anaya A, getting special privileges? And that wasn't the case at all. I wasn't getting special privileges. I just had what you call a high risk pregnancy, and I could not be a part of every single meeting. So what happened was I got allowed to not be a part of every meeting. But since this was a group of women, a collective that was taking out business loans, I paid every loan and made sure that I kept in communication with those I needed to keep in communication. But it hurt to the core when these women were trying to sabotage me every single step of the way. And so with that being said, your girl and I, being who I am, I decided this is not where I want to be. And this is not the type of environment that I need to be a part of, especially in carrying my miracle baby, the one that God is giving me. So with that being said, I was not only dealing with the foster care drama, I was not only dealing with family drama, I was not only dealing with business drama, but here I am dealing with Black women that I thought were my sisters who literally stabbed me in the back and treated me like garbage. And so I give birth to my son and more drama pursues. I get railroaded by my own relatives. I go through hell on earth by somebody who's supposed to be my friend, who was working for me, who was trying to, help me in certain arenas, but come to find out they could care less about your girl and I. I go to South Florida for some time to get help with my child and with my mental health, my physical health, etc., and find out that somebody who's also supposed to be close to me. Oh my God, sorry guys, who is calling me right now? Where is this phone? Oh, excuse me, another one of my phones are ringing. I love that whole hello moto thing. Hold on. Who is this? Oh, I can't talk right now. Sorry, sis. Please, please, please come back when you can. I can't talk right now, but I'm sharing a true testimony of what I have been through. And I want you guys to understand something, right? So then I go to South Florida real quick, and I have about 7 minutes as I shut it down. And I go to South Florida real quick, right? And as I'm in South Florida, I go through another major chaotic situation. And of course, I can talk about it publicly because somebody that's supposed to be a part of my family and a part of my collective, caused me a lot of grief. I'm not going into details about that because maybe I'll do a whole, autobiography and write about it, and then I can get paid about it, right? But just know that I have been through so many different circumstances in the past year. So it seems as if, I'm angry, or if it seems as if like I'm not taking anybody's crap anymore, or that, with the past few months, I've been very different, excuse me, it's because I have been very different and I am going to be very different because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. The stress levels that I have gone through to do God's work should not even be. I should not have to take on all of the problems of the world as I'm trying to give back and as I'm trying to create a happy medium and a dynamic for our youth, for our future, for those that need us the most. So when you see that I'm not as able to speak with you on the phone, hang out, with you all, or even answer calls, do not take it personally. Just know I'm doing something super different in 2023 because this past year has been very, very hard for your girl Anaya. But at the same time as it being very, very hard and very stringent and very chaotic and hurtful and painful, understand through it all, I have learned so many valuable lessons. You know, as I try to give back and as I try to help and as I try to, do the right thing, pay people what they're worth, give people what they ask for, it seems as though I'm always on the bottom of the totem pole. But tonight, I'm sharing this message with you because out of all the darkness, sometimes there seems to be some silver linings. I sometimes find people that have the same mindset as me, who care like I care, and who want to work with me. Tonight, I'm sharing this message to share. If you see I'm not calling you back, I'm not messaging you back, I'm not the same person that you met 2 weeks ago, a week ago, understand I have to protect my mind frame, my state of mind, my future, as well as my child's future. And in doing so, I cannot be as jovial and as optimistic as I have been. Yesterday was what you call a learning lesson. I have never been through so much in my entire life. I had to go through the wire just to get this press conference done. Getting the location was not a problem. But then shortly thereafter, I found out that every politician would not be at City Hall because all the politicians were at like the city of the state, reunion slash meeting slash speaking engagement. And that none of the politicians that I needed to be at City Hall would be at City Hall. But furthermore, I didn't even have access to a podium. Some people are wondering, Anaya, what is a podium? The podium is that thing that shows that a council member stands with you. Remember what I shared, guys. I went above and beyond to work with a particular council member. I called and did everything that a particular state senator said to do in regards to working with them, in regards to my situation, but also the situation that affected so many of our Black children throughout Harlem and throughout New York City. And I was shitted upon. Some may say, why, Anaya, are you utilizing these bad words like shitted? But that's exactly what's done to the people that apparently don't mean anything to those whom are working the hardest. So yesterday, I was shitted on, really and truly. Imagine going above and beyond for every single person you know, and anytime you need any type of leverage, favor, anything in response to something you're dealing with, you do not get any answers. The typical person would give up, but not an IA. Tonight, this is my state of the union. This is my message to the people. I will not give up and I will not give in. But understand, if I'm not calling each and every one of you back every moment or every text message you send, if you haven't been there for me, like I've been there for you, understand something, our relationship is not ever gonna be the same. I have to look at my future. I have to think about myself. I have to consider all the different ways that I have been there for every single person that I've been there for. And I have to understand not everybody is going to understand and not everybody's going to be there for me. But if you have been there for me, like I've been there for you, understand that we have a bright future. Because when I'm there for you, I'm there for you. I don't use excuses. I don't lie. I don't perpetuate some kind of dramatic circumstance. If I'm at work, I will call out. If I'm at the hospital, I will wobble to you. If I have an emergency, I will make sure that I send a representative to you, because I don't believe when somebody is there for me, when somebody gives me a platform, when somebody opens a door for me, that I have no responsibility or nothing to give back. I'm so different in that respect. So yesterday, for all those that said that they were going to stand with us and who didn't, just know that the response is going to be different moving forward. I have a child that I have to look after and that I have to be there for. I have a community who stands with me. And for those that stand with me, I have to stand with them back. And understand something, I'm an empath. I feel a lot of your pain. I know when people are hurting, but guess what? I also have the spirit of discernment. So I also feel when people lie to me. And when people tell me something and they're literally just giving me a lot of BS to hold, and they don't mean what they say. Listen to me very carefully, friends. I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, and I lost so many people, including family members, within a month to 2 month span. Right before I gave birth, and this is where I shut it down, I was stabbed in the back. I was deceived. I was hurt. I had people steal from me. One person in particular took $900 from me. We had a plan for my baby shower, and they told me one thing and they did something totally different, and blatantly told me they weren't going to give me anything that we discussed. From that day moving forward, I looked at people differently. And I said, if this particular person can lie to me, could steal from me, and could hurt me like this, then I know anybody can do the same thing. So I welcome the love from those who have love for your girl Anaya A. But for those that want to lie and discriminate against me or cheat me out of reciprocity, right? That's all it is. If I'm there for you, and if I promise you something and I give it to you wholeheartedly, and you can't do the same, don't expect our relationship to be the same moving forward. Because where I'm going in God and where the rest of my team is going in God, we cannot afford to listen to the lies anymore. So if you didn't make a promise to me, then I welcome you. But if you have made any promises and you knew in the back of your mind, that you were not going to be able to keep that promise, keep it going. With that being said, I want to again publicly thank those who stood with us on yesterday. Tanika Velez of Socials, Mr. Hallback, I think I finally got it together, of Easy Living Shelter. My sister, Miss Lisa Davis, she represents several entities, and one of the biggest ones is like AFWO, and I'm gonna give you that name and as well as those acronyms very soon. I want to also shout out Lolita Allen. Miss Lolita Allen has come to me. She shared my story. She's about to email me, if she hasn't already, all the information regarding her child and grandchild. We have to stand with her. I also want to publicly thank my brother Dion Powell for showing up on yesterday. He didn't have to do it. Mr. Allen, my flyer guy, he's a part of my street team. I also want to thank Miss Lisa Davis. Miss Lisa Davis is a strong leader in the community. I want to say her name is Lisa. No, I just thank Miss Lisa Davis. I want to say Miss Lisa Dawson. We have Miss Lisa Davis, we have Miss Lisa Dawson. And here's the funny thing, why I got all these Lisas mixed up, because we have a Lisa who I met right when myself and King, as well as my aide, were leaving City Hall. Miss Lisa, who is the chief of staff for the mayor, Eric Adams. She is going to stay in contact with us as well. Who am I forgetting? Miss Cherry, who stood with us. I cannot pronounce her last name. Ramakisen. Miss Cherry, thank you so much. You know, I want to thank all those who have shared this video clip, who has been standing with us, excuse me, from day one. But for all of you who lied or who try to utilize my platform and try to get your little shine on, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I can't go through this anymore. Some people are strong enough to deal with certain things over and over and over again, but I can't. I cannot. You know why? Because I'm built differently in 2023. Because the people that use people and who think that people don't see it, they're mistaken. Sometimes I know when people are using me. I feel it. I have the spirit of discernment, but I let it happen because I'm like, maybe they'll understand that I'm not the same person that has tried to use and abuse them. Maybe they'll come around and they'll do better by me. And oftentimes they don't. Why you guys acting like this? I don't know. But I want to wrap up with this. Thank you to all those who have shown us love on NVSA NYC, Neighborhood Violence Survivors Alliance, for the Anaya A Show, for FED Management. We are officially back in business. Sometimes I have to shut down FED Management LLC so I can take care of NVSA NYC, which is the nonprofit sector. And then oftentimes I'll combine the two and do interviews on the Anaya A Show. So if you do want to do an interview on the Anaya A Show, if you have a brand, if you have a business that you want to promote, let your girl know. I'm here for you. But please, ladies and gentlemen, understand that the vibes are different. I'm building and I'm growing. I did God's work yesterday when I had no strength. Let me finish by saying this. My sister Sharika was watching down. Now, Sharika was a no-nonsense chick. You know why? Because I helped her be created that way. Yep, I take credit for it. As I was getting out of the shower, you don't have to get a visual. Don't be nasty. I was getting out of the shower yesterday and I started to cry because I remembered Sharika. And here's the final thought. My little sister Sharika, who was in foster care, who my mom adopted, none of the other relatives wanted to adopt Sharika or Michael. My mom, Lady A, Lady Jerry, did it. She adopted both of these kids, as well as my other sister Jackie, right? And let me share this with you. Sharika was my right-hand woman for many years. She's the one who took care of a lot of my administrative stuff, a lot of my business stuff, my writing proposals, my books. You know, I'm an author of 3 different books, and she helped me edit everything, and she was right there. And as I was getting out the shower yesterday, getting my son King ready to head down to City Hall, I remembered Sharika, and I remembered why I'm doing what I'm doing. Sharika, although she had a lot of issues within foster care and she struggled with all of the pain that she endured as a young girl, but she was still there for your girl Anaya A, no matter what. And I remember all the great times we had, and I started to cry yesterday morning because what I was doing yesterday afternoon at 3 p.m. on the steps of City Hall were in her memory. Sharika is no longer with us physically. She died last year. My little sister is gone, but I'm here. And I'm here to share this message that if you've lost anybody in your life within the past couple of years, do something great for them so that their legacy will live on. But as for your girl Anaya A, I'm pushing forward for the foster care initiative, for CPS, and for the other issues plaguing our Black people and communities. And I pray that you all can comprehend if I say that we tried it, we try to work together and you failed me, I can't keep pushing on because I cannot get my feelings hurt again. You'll comprehend and you won't reach out to me and you won't message me and you won't have any hard feelings because I can't go through the rigmarole anymore where people keep lying to your girl Anaya A. So moving forward, if you say one thing, just be true to your word. And that's not just for your girl Anaya A, but that's for the general public because people are watching and people are listening. And let your yes be your yes and your no be your no. It's your girl Anaya A. We got much more to do. And I got a big plan coming up for the very near future. So stay tuned and you'll see greatness in the works. Thank you all so much for all of your love and your support. Dion, I'm going to send that message out as I promised. Mr. Christopher, thank you. Lisa Davis, Lisa Dawson, Lisa, the Chief of Staff for the Mayor. Who else? Oh my God, Tanika Velez, Mr. Horbach. Who else? Lolita Allen, Cherry, Mr. Baval, anybody that stood up with us on yesterday, even my baby boy that was inside of City Hall that nobody got to see. Shouts out to my sister who I seen on the street. You know who you are. You know who you are, sis. I'm about to text you now because we met up right afterwards and you said to reach out to you. It was so good seeing you. I'm not saying your name because a lot of people know you in the community. So I'm not going to say your name, but I'm about to reach out to you because you said, Anaya, reach out to me, text me. You already got the number. I've been had the number, but I didn't want to use and abuse it like that, how people be using and abusing me. So thank you so much for your love and your support. And if I forgot anybody tonight, know that the Anaya A Show will be back Monday night, Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. when we are going to interview a new guest, and we're going to continue to interview guests throughout the Harlem and the New York City areas. Matter of fact, we're going to go through the tri-state. We're going through the tri-state, and we're going to interview as many people as possible so that we can make effective change as we share our community's greatness, our community's acknowledgements, establishments, all of our community's great power, love, success, and so on and so forth. If I forgot anything, just know I'll be back on Monday night, Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. And we have a lot more to cover. If you want to be a part of the NIA show, if you want to be on the board for the NBSA Roundtable Task Force, reach out to your girl. Thank you for Mr. Hopper, Mr. Hooper, I think it's Hopper, who created that wonderful video that we're about to post some more information about right now. My big brother, Big Rob, thank you for looking out. And if I forgot anybody again, you know, forgive me, but I'll be back on either this weekend or on Monday for the NIA show. I gotta go for now, guys. Thank you so much. Love each and every one of you and be blessed. Remember, stay positive out there, all right? Later.